All right, sorry, technical difficulties with the new phone today. So finally getting this started. We are down to 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first period. Minneapolis is up 1-0 with a goal from Travis. I think assist was from Grant. But right now we are going into a power play. And they're calling a major on that penalty. I didn't really see it.
It's in the zone.
Well, so much for 3 points tonight. It is. All right, Travis comes up with it, short-handed, skates it around, just holding it in. Oh, all right, puts it back into the neutral zone. He's just skating it, wasting time. Grady taps it into the zone. So that was a major over there. I'm not sure if that's Dietz or who got called on the... Well, no, it's definitely not Dietz. It must be Cam. Oh, yeah, it is Cam. Number 3 is on the penalty. Yeah, so Cam got called for a major. Not sure. Didn't really see it very well. All right, so Hopkins possesses it. They shoot one wide. Hopkins still doesn't have a shot in the game. And that'll be sent down for an icing with 1:05 left on the power play. Ooh, shot fired, goes off of Theo's mask, and another save by Theo. So that should be 2 shots on goal there for Hopkins. Just under a minute left to go in their power play. Like I said, that was a major on Cam, so we'll lose him for... well, the rest of this period, and then another 4 minutes into the next period. All right, Grady pushes that one ahead. He gets turned around. Picked up by Hopkins, tries to send it out. That's going to go the whole way. Thought that could have been an ice, but they didn't call it. They send it back to their defender. That one shot high and wide. And Theo covers up out in front. 4.5 left to go in the first period. So still 14 seconds left on the penalty. That comes out to Hopkins. Dropped back behind, goes over to Martin. Ooh, Martin couldn't quite clear it. Goes back behind to Patrick. Both teams are now full strength again. And Travis comes up with it. Travis shoots and scores. So that's Travis's second of the game. Makes it 2-0. All right, Owen takes face, gets it back to Patrick. Patrick skates it ahead, gets picked, and Hopkins is coming back the other direction. Martin steps up on it, takes it at the red line, sends it over to Downey. Downey tries to get it back down to Martin. Martin skates it back behind, tries to center, gets picked by Hopkins, tried to get picked up again there by Downey, down to Owen in the corner. Gets played back behind by Owen. Owen tries to get a shot off, gets turned around. Patrick keeps it in. Picked up by Hopkins back behind their own net. And Martin holds it in again before Hopkins sends it out. That, well, could have been an icing, but they called it off. Tries to get it up to Nico, up to Beckett. Beckett pops it around a guy, whiffs, ends up going out to Grady, who got a shot off. Alright, that one's out in the middle. Beckett breaks it up, but loses it again. Gets it up to Grady. Grady sends it ahead. Hopkins picks it up far corner. Beckett picks it off in the air. He's going to send a shot on. Gets tipped away. Oh, and the net comes off. Alright, face-off, Minneapolis zone. Owen taking face-off. 2:06 left to go in the first. Shot on goal by Casper. Travis comes up with it, gets it over to Dietz. Dietz sends one on. Oh, bouncing puck out in front. Still out in front. Oh, and it comes back out into the neutral zone. All right, Dietz sends that all the way up to... All right, well, gets back to Dietz. Dietz tries to get it up to Travis, gets picked. And that's going to go all the way back. Grant is going to get to it first. Grant plays it in the corner. Casper tries to send it through. Ooh, that bouncing puck out in front of Theo. Picked up by Casper. Casper skates it across. Casper fires a shot, glove save. That one finally gets back to Patrick. Patrick pushes it ahead, and Hopkins ends up coming away with it. Ends up losing it in the neutral zone. Grady picks it up, who plays it up along the boards on the far side. Tries to center it, goes all the way through. Gets back to Patrick, who fires a shot. Went off the glove of the goalie. And that one popped back into the neutral zone. Patrick picks it up. Patrick skates it. Hopkins trying to come through the middle with it. Martin far side. Oh, all right. That one got shot high. 3 seconds left to go. 2-1, and That'll end the first period, 2-0 Minneapolis.
Yeah, watch out, I'm gonna slice your Achilles.
All right, 30 seconds into the second period. Minneapolis still up 2-0. Shots on goal, 11-2. All right, face-off in Hopkins zone. They come up with it, get a centering pass. Man, can't let them get that centering pass out in front. That was too easy and very well could have been a goal. All right, picked up by Grady, sent up to Casper, gets ahead of him and makes it to the goalie who covers it up. Well, I think that's Grady taking face off. Gets sent all the way around. Hopkins is going to have a 2-on-1. Oh, Martin does a nice job getting in between that pass and tipping it away. Hopkins still controlling it right now. Ooh, tipped out in front, picked up by Patrick. Sends it around over to Martin. Martin far corner, gets it up to Grady. Grady sends it up, ends up going right to a Hopkins guy. Sent all the way back around, back behind Theo, who plays it and drops it down to Patrick. Oh, but then we're in one of those little funks where we just can't. There we go. Casper up to Travis. Back to Casper. So really struggling to get it out of the zone for the first 2 minutes there, and it just comes back the other way, and got Travis over to Casper. That is Travis's third point of the game. He's got 2 goals and an assist now. All right, face-off, neutral ice. All right, goes back to Grant, gets back to Dietz, sends it right into the middle where there's a battle. Owen comes up with it. Owen shoots high. Brady plays that back behind to Owen, tries to center. I think it might have hit the back of the net before it got there. Dietz plays it up, tries to get it up to Downey. A couple Hopkins guys there. All right, gets it up to Grant, who tries to push it ahead, and Hopkins sends it back in again. So far this period, we haven't been doing a great job controlling the puck. Got that one odd man rush and got a goal in, but we got to clean this up a little bit. There goes Grady. Grady cuts across and covered up by their goalie, and then they push a guy out in front. So Nico gets hit on that one and draws the penalty.
Quick, air ball.
So Minneapolis going on the power play. Beckett plays it back behind, sends it around over to Grant. Grant in the corner, looking to center. Ends up sending it back behind to Beckett. So I guess got called for a man in the crease, so they bring it out. Beckett's shot went off the crossbar and up into the netting. All right, Casper sends it over to Grant. Grant over to Grady. Grady fires one. Travis taps it, goes wide. Beckett sends it back to Grady. Grady to Casper. And that's going to come back into the neutral zone. And Hopkins comes on an odd man rush that goes high and wide. Grant tried to play it on the far side, picked up again by Hopkins, and a glove save by Theo. So with about 10.5 to go, we've got 3-0 Minneapolis. We're still on the power play, but face-off will be in the Hopkins zone. Martin plays that up the near side, skates it all the way up and across. He drops it down to Owen, gets it up to Patrick. Comes back down to Owen. Patrick to Dietz. Dietz down to Martin. 25 seconds left on the power play. So nice passing, but oh man, got to get a shot off, and that's going to be a breakaway the other way. Wow, and he shoots wide. And there's going to be a penalty. It sounds like it's going to be on us.
We're not going to get those fair play points. It's really not get them.
I guess, right? Wait, they called another major?
I don't think so.
Oh, I was going to say, there was nothing egregious about that.
I think Cam's still in there. 4-4.
Well, Cam's still in there, but we're sending a third in.
Oh, no. Boy, we really need to get a play here. Real tough.
All right, so we just got our second major of the game. We got 4-on-4 hockey up until now, which they're going to go on the power play. So we haven't lost a point all year for penalties. We're a pretty clean team. So to see tonight getting 2 majors called on us is pretty crazy. Did you see the replay already?
You got to put behind the super weak.
All right, Owen gets that up ahead. We've got
the same thing that we did.
All right, so one minute left on the power play for Hopkins. Grant flips that up the boards. Grant's still fighting for it near side. That goes all the way back behind. Nico picks it up, puts on the brakes, sends it over to Grant again, who's still fighting for it to get it out. All right, Nico comes through, picks it up, skates it across center, sends one off the shin guards of a defender. 30 seconds left on the power play. Travis fighting for it back behind the net. All right, Patrick pushing it around on the backside. Tries to get it up to Travis. Travis flips it into the neutral zone. Oh, and they whiff on it. And, well, so do we. All right, both teams are full strength. All right, back up far corner, playing it. And they flip it back into the neutral zone. Patrick gets to it first, but... And that shot went off the glove of Theo. All right, Travis picks it up, going for the Hattie. Still fighting for it. Beckett picks it up. Gets it back to Patrick, who sends one off the shin pads of a defender. Picked up over there by Grady, who sends it up to Owen. And offsides by Minneapolis as he was trying to get off the ice. All right, so 6:40 left to go, second period. All right, Downey sends one through the middle. They've got Cam back in the game now. Ooh, that shot by Brady goes just wide. All right, Dietz picks that up, sends it up the boards. Hopkins picks it up. Yeah, and I don't think I said, but I think that's Martin in the box right now on the major. He's probably got about 7 more minutes that he's sitting, so it'll be nice to get him back. All right, Backhands, goes wide. Okay, picked up by Beckett down low, taps it back behind the net. Kind of just stalling that puck out. And that one hits the net, and they'll call a whistle. All right, that shot goes on and saved. That puck comes all the way out. Grant is going to get to it. Grant plays back behind, sends it up to Beckett. Beckett plays it up ahead. Owen's going to get to it. Yep, that one goes wide of the net. All right, they make a big outlet pass. Grant's there to stop that. All right, far side. We had a couple people going for it. Well, Beckett steals one. He's going to put one off the pipe again. Centering pass over to Casper, goes wide. Nico coming through. Oh man, bouncing puck out in front, he can't put it in. Oh man, that was a rolling puck. Theo was not playing that very well, but barely got a stick on it. Save of the day. Oh, Brady tries to get it up to Travis, but picked middle of the ice. I know, I noticed that. It was definitely a shot on goal. All right, Casper in the corner. Puck goes back behind. Hopkins grabs it. Travis steals it from him. Pushes it over to Grady. Grady fires one wide. We've got 2:35 left to go in the second. That's going to be an icing by Hopkins. All right, Cam sends one wide. Comes out to Patrick, and Hopkins grabs it going the other way. They do a great job bottling that up. Neutral ice. Patrick comes up with it. Patrick wasn't able to get a shot off, went behind the net. That one goes off of Downey's shin guards. He's playing that one on the far side. Cam comes in to help. Cam comes up with it. Downey gets a shot on goal. Oh, Owen battling for it. Gets another shot on goal. So Owen doing a sweet job, attempting to stay on his feet and getting shots on that. Right, Travis takes face and puts a backhand shot on. Well, here comes that shot knocked out in front. Travis out in front, gets it over to, oh man, Beckett hit the pipe again.
Come on!
All right, Grady up top. Fires one through, ends up just hitting the stick of a defender out in front. He skates it the other way. All right, Dietz plays that one out in front, sends it around. All right, Grady picks that up in the far corner, skates it ahead. Grady keeps skating, gets it down, centering, down to Travis, who gets a couple shots on it.
Come on!
All right, 10 seconds left. Nope, Beckett loses it. Shot on goal, saved by Theo. And we're going to end the second period leading 3-0. So we're going to, right now we've got 23 shots on goal for Minneapolis, 7 for Hopkins, 3-0 lead going into the third.
Everyone say hi. Everyone wave. Good job, Jake. Say hello. Is there a couple waves? A couple waves from the folks down there. Keep the camera on the first side.
All right, start of third period. All right, looks like Martin must still have another couple minutes left. I don't know what time his penalty was at, but we should get him back fairly soon. All right, man, pass out in front. Casper taps it ahead to Brady. Brady sends one deep. Goalie plays it back behind. Brady fighting forward in the corner. Hopkins coming out with it. And that's going to go to Theo, who will cover. And that another shot on goal. Theo covers. All right, Travis takes face off and goes back to Theo again, who covers. Already had about 5 whistles here in the third. All right, that one gets held in by Hopkins. Hopkins gets a shot off out in front. Goes off of one of our skates, and then the shot actually goes on goal. And Theo with another nice save. All right, face-off goes down to Patrick. Sends it over to Grant. Grant tries to look ahead. Gets picked center ice. And scramble for it, neutral ice. And Owen kicks it back into neutral. Hopkins grabs it. Patrick back behind, gets it up to Beckett. Beckett skates it up the boards. Sends it over to Nico, and maybe just a second too late, but good opportunity. But we'll have a face-off down in the Minneapolis zone. Goes back to Dietz, who sent one wide. All right, Brady does a nice job. He had gone down on the ice, still was able to send it back in. Got Brady, Travis, and Casper going for it near side here. Pops out for Hopkins. And they skate across the blue line. Fire one, blocker save. All right, Travis picks it up. Travis flips it. That's going to be an icing. And they call it off. All right, down low. Owen tries to center. Hopkins comes up with it. They just dump one in. Grant's going to be the first one there to it. That gets pushed ahead up to Owen. Owen skates it across, gets tapped back into the neutral zone, picked up by Grant, and offsides. So 11:52 left to go in the third. All right, picked up by Cam, gets it over to Downey. Downey far side goes to Cam. And Hopkins tries to get it out, but held in again. Cam comes up with it. And that one's going to come all the way out. Patrick's all alone. Oh, Patrick was all alone and then fell. Oh, we got kind of an odd man rush here, but that's an ice. So going back the other way, Minneapolis will have the face-off down here with about 11 minutes to go in the third period. All right, Owen over to Beckett. Beckett sends one high. Beckett sends another one on net, but easy save. Owen tries to fire one through, hits a defender. And we've got Martin back now after that penalty. So good to see him in the game again. Nico sends around to Beckett, who tries to center, hits the side of the net. All right, Owen tries to pick it up in the middle. Hopkins picks it up. And they just dump one deep. Dietz is there to grab it, who flips one through the middle up to Owen. And Hopkins gets a shot on goal. That one goes well in front of Theo. But we are letting them possess the puck again. That one comes up into the neutral zone. Trav's going to try to one-hand it. Oh, and that pops out to Casper. Little whiff on it. And that one's out in front, and Theo pushes it away. Gotta cover that. All right, so 9:20 left to go in the third. That one makes it 3-1. All right, Casper sends it up into the neutral zone and comes back in. Grant makes a nice move. Casper sends a shot into the body of the goalie. All right, comes back to Patrick. Patrick drops one into the corner. Held in by Grant. That makes it to the goalie. Picked up by Brady, who sends another shot on goal. And that should be an icing. Cam taking face off, gets back to Cam, over to Brady, centering pass. Pick still bouncing out in front, and Hopkins comes up with it. Fighting for it, neutral zone is Grant. And coming back in. All right, so Patrick tries to hit it up the boards. That gets held in. All right, so that now makes it 3-2 with 7:47 left in the third. Yeah, we got to get this figured out. This is would be a pretty bad blown lead. I think we will be fine. We should. All right, we put 28 shots on goal so far. I would say good chance we'll start putting a couple more in here. But Definitely don't like that it's 3-2 right now. All right, Martin plays back behind. That one goes wide of field. And Beckett pushes it up into the neutral zone. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Owen was going for it. And that'll be an icing. So 6:55 left to go. All right, that one goes out in front, picked up by Hopkins. All right, Travis gets it ahead up to Casper, who pushes it over. Still battling for it. Oh, gets a shot on goal, and it's somewhere under the goalie. Yeah, goalie got up. That was not in. All right, Grady taking face off. Gets it back to Grant. Grant drops one back behind to Travis. Travis plays it, grabbed by Hopkins. Oh, man. All right, Travis got to that last second to prevent a breakaway. Wow. Another good shot there. Big save by Theo. We are not playing with the intensity we need to be playing with right now at all. Oh, all right. That one gets by their defender. Grady's got Travis. Oh, man. Tries to pass it through. Goes through the crease. All right, Casper grabs it, tries to push it through. Oh, Casper has it. Shoots wide. And Dietz is going to hold this one in. Oh, tried to get it over to Cam. All right, Cam comes up with that one. Pushes it up to Casper. That goes all the way into our zone. With 5:10 left to go in the third. That one gets sent all the way through. That'll be an icing. All right, face off, Minneapolis zone. Gets back to Grant, who sends one back behind the net. That gets poked out. And there were two guys on him. A nice job by Grant and Downey to close in on that guy who was rushing. They're still holding the zone. Centering pass goes in front of Theo. Gets back to their defender. Tip shot and another save. So 4:28 left to go. Yeah, this is way too close of a game. We need to just go put one in and end this. Casper tries to get it up to Beckett, and it just comes up short and offsides. We might not finish this. What's that?
We started early too.
We did. I know it's a couple majors and a bunch of other whistles. Oh, Nico centering pass to Beckett, doesn't put it away. He gets back to Dietz, fires one on, covered up. So if we just keep firing shots, we should be fine. All right, picked up by Martin. And he ended up losing that, but ends up getting it over to Owen. Still in the neutral zone. Lots of guys still fighting for it. Nico pushes it ahead, goes to Hopkins. All right, still going for it in the neutral zone. All right, Martin does a nice job using the body. We've got 3 minutes left to go. Picked up by Martin. Martin gets it up to Beckett. Beckett just sends it in. Off their goalie, we get a change. Ooh, all right, stolen by Grady over their far side. Fired on, save, and another save. So Grady was down there with Travis. He shot it. Rebound came out barely, and then goalie covered. So we have put 35 shots on goal tonight, which is good, but we need to still come out of this. All right, that puck is bouncing out in front. All right, got sent out. All right. And Travis comes out. Oh, Travis has it. Travis, oh, shoots wide. Had an empty net, but a bad angle. All right, Grady grabs that back behind, sends it over to Casper. Down to Patrick, sends it around over to Travis. They're still sitting in their zone, though.
Come on!
All right, so clear trip in the corner.
That's crap!
Yeah, so then they give us a, I don't know, well, we just got a penalty on there too. It might have been a bench penalty, yeah. So they go on a power play for the last 2 minutes of the game. So we're going to see what we're made of here, I guess. See if we can win this on the... Yeah, Martin. All right, Martin does that one shorthanded to pull back ahead 4-3. So pretty wild end of this game here. We've only got 2 minutes left on the game clock. That goes back behind down to Dietz. Dietz tries to send it out. Grady gets it over to Beckett. Beckett with a shorthanded goal, or not a shorthanded, an empty net goal. We'll make it 5-3 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go. I hadn't even noticed that it was an empty net there, but Becca gets an easy backhand from the blue line. All right, so minute left to go. Hopkins plays it up. They push it ahead. Grant is the one who gets to it. So I think we're going to sneak out of here with a win at this point. But man, it definitely was a good showing by Hopkins. All right. Well, we've got Brady on a breakaway. Makes the pass over to Cam. And Grant skates it over. 20 seconds left to go. Travis tries to break that one up. And there's 10 seconds left. Now they get that all the way up to Travis, and that's gonna, well, 5 seconds left to go. So, yeah, it turned into a very interesting game tonight. So that'll end that game. 5-3. Shots on goal, 36-20. And ended that one right on time because the game clock also just clicked out too. So kind of a weird game. We had 2 majors, so we lost a point tonight. So only got 2 out of the 3 points that we needed. Almost turned out worse than that, but they got it done in the last 2 minutes. So I think we've got a game on Saturday in Andover, and then another game on Sunday with Delano. So we'll see you then.